All right, so this was my experiment. Wasn't sure if it was going to work. I used cheap dollar store air dry clay. I like the look of it, but it's crumbly. And I mean, look, watch. See, it just crumbles. So I'm going to try DAS air dry clay and see if I can recreate this look, because this one is definitely going in the trash. So I know I need to make a lot of them. And I'm just going to use the same mold that I did before. And I'm going to use primarily this one and then my little other turtle molds that I have. I have a couple of larger starfish. I don't know what kind of molds these are. It's hard plastic. They're not silicone molds. These are silicone molds. But and then these shells. I'm not going to use the manatee. And you can tell these are they're just a little bit dirty. I don't know if I want to use these anymore, but I mean, they worked okay. I like the shape of them. But I made this little test turtle out of the DAS air dry clay. And I just want to try one. I want to try one of these plastic ones to see. Just a little bit. Of the
And I'm really cringing when I'm watching myself do this because it doesn't really work really well. And I just had a thought, I can use plastic wrap. I need to use plastic wrap inside the mold, then put the clay in, it'll pop right out. Why didn't I think of that? I didn't think about that until just now when I'm watching this. So it's kind of hard to watch me do this because I know better now. But you know what? Trying new things and making little mistakes is how you learn.
all right. These are wonderful. These are wonderful little molds. On Amazon. So the air dry clay, I'm going to just take a hunk at a time and put the rest back in a Ziploc bag. Really soft. It's easy to work with. It's not sticky.
I am speeding this up now because don't think that you really want to see me making mold after mold after mold after mold. I'm not really sure how many little creatures I made, but I really had a lot of fun making them. The turtles were by far my favorite. The seahorses, I was having trouble with the little tail. I did get better though towards the end, I think. There were a lot of great tips given to me on my previous video where I worked with air dry clay for the first time. And one of those was to work the clay a little bit before you put it in the mold. And that just really, really helps to soften the clay and makes it pliable. And it also eliminates the air bubbles. So that was a great tip. Thank you so much. I'm shooting on my GoPro because I think the quality might be a little bit better. I'm learning a little bit more about this whole video thing. I think I have enough of these little guys to do two, but I really only have one board prepared. Put all of them on here.
apologize if the sound is not the greatest. I am going to buy my microphone plug will not work on GoPro, so I'm gonna have to get, I think, a Bluetooth microphone so that the sound quality will be a little bit better. I want to use this one because it's nice and sanded already. Oh, his turtle lost his head. All right, off with his head. Just kidding. All right. So this is a fence board that has been sanded and prepped. It's an old fence board from our fence project. This summer we replaced our fence and I kept the good boards. I've sanded it and prepped it. And what I want to do, even though I have plenty of my dried clay pieces, you know, I don't want to waste all these pretty ones. So I was trying to think of a way that I could use some fillers underneath, because I want my Christmas tree to have a lot of depth and I want it to be, you know, fat. But I don't want to fatten it up and waste all these pretty things, especially since, you know, they take so long to make. So I was thinking of maybe trying to take this one apart. This was my first one, but then this one's kind of growing on me. I may just keep it, you know, for myself. I'm not going to sell this because these little things, I mean, they're just breaking off. So I don't want to use it for underneath here. So to give this structure and bulk, I want something under here. And actually I'm going to keep these. So my basic outline is going to be pretty tall. And I want to fill all this area. So what is it that I have a lot of? Oyster shells. And I'm just going to, that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to use these nice flat oyster shells just to give the bulk that I want in the middle. And then as I add these pieces, it'll help me build that crest in the middle. And the white of the oyster shell is gonna, you know, blend in. So I want to pick out just some flat pieces. I don't want anything that's really bowlish like this. And so I'm just going to pick through here. Oh my God, there's so many. So I wonder if that's the right thing to do though, y'all. You know what? I'm going to use these clam shells instead of the oyster shells, because I have plenty of these clam shells and I don't generally use a lot of them for ornaments because they're just too heavy for ornaments. So this will be, you know, I pick them up anyway. So I'm gonna add these on the bottom, and that'll give me the bulk that I want. All right, and what I'm going to attach it on the board with is this spackle. This is just it's not spackle, it's acrylic latex caulk, and this is a gap filler. Like, you use it to caulk your baseboards. It's really adhesive, and I think this will hold down a little bit better than hot glue will. All right, so this is just the base of the tree. I'm wearing good clothes. I'm gonna put my one. And I think what I'm gonna do too, I'm gonna use the same stuff to attach the molds with, but I
I'm also just gonna fill in here with this caulking in between the shells, and that's gonna help the shells stick together, but then that's also gonna give me a little bit of an advanced base to attach my molds with. And now we just start building. I'm gonna squeeze a little out here. Oh, I think this one's getting empty. I'm gonna use a popsicle stick just to put the caulking on. You don't need very much. Ooh, that one's got a bunch on it already. But I'm being very random in my placement so that it's, you know, it looks random. It's not in a pattern at all. You know, I do want to use these though. Where's the other big one? Where are you? Ugly big star. I lost it. Oh, here it is. It's my ugly star. I did let my little molded pieces dry completely before I put them on this tree shape. And now I know I don't need to let them dry. I can put them on my project as I demold them. So that's a whole lot quicker. And I think I could probably use a different kind of adhesive to you know, to attach them all. The caulking was a little cumbersome, honestly. And I'm just building it up layer by layer. There's probably 2 separate layers of the little molded pieces. And so the bottom layer does peek out behind or underneath the top layer. And it really turned out well. I did plan on using the starfish as the you know, the very last layer to kind of just fill in the little gaps, the starfish and then the turtles. And then I had the 2 big seahorses that I used as the final accent pieces. I did end up with a few starfish left over, which is great because I have another project that I can use them with. All right, I'm gonna finish this up today. You're gonna have to bear with me because I don't have a microphone yet for my GoPro. And I'm still in my pajamas, so I'm wearing my apron. All right, I'm gonna rotate the camera so you can see what I'm doing, and let's get started. I have a slurry mixture that I'm just not quite ready to share the recipe yet because I'm still working on it, but it's a mixture of plaster of Paris, joint compound, water, and a little bit of gesso, and I need to add a little bit more water. All right, I have my vintage glassware here, which I love using. What I'm trying to get is just a smooth consistency. Because I want to start experimenting with some 3D plaster sculptures and paintings and just things like that. So this is really chunky. I don't like that bit. And I'm going to apply this with a paintbrush. It's going to apply this on these little guys, and this is going to seal the clay. Oh, that one's loose. Look at that. I don't think the joint or the caulking is fully dry yet, but this will help to really seal the clay, and it's going to also hold everything together. I could probably just pour this on here, really get it down in there. And I had thought about maybe in some of these smaller gapped areas, putting a little bit of crushed glass. And I might do that on another project. Like when I do this again, and this is not going to be my only one that I make, I'm definitely going to make this again, but I thought that's what I would do maybe on the next one, is just in these little gaps, put some crushed glass in there. That would look so good. Oh, my fan is on. That would look really good. I need to try one too without drying the clay pieces first. I mean, I'm just brand new to working with air dry clay, so I don't know how this works. And I'm gonna let this dry. It's raining outside today, so I don't know if I can put this outside, but it should dry pretty quickly. Yeah, that dries it pretty good. Still worried about this one. I'm gonna hit it with some tacky glue. I'm thinking that this caulking is not what I need to use. I mean, although the rest are sticking pretty good. I think this one just did not have enough. I just didn't have enough surface area. Yeah! Yes! Okay. So let's get this guy on there really good. It's kind of like surgery. Okay. All right. I think I'm gonna let this dry maybe a little bit more, or I could test it. My next step. works so much better. Oh, that's too much. I'm really just using the brush to push the mica powder into the crevices and into the little holes in between the different little molds. And if I have too much, I just use the brush to push it out. And I think it's working out really well. It's just highlighting in the crevices. I don't want the mica powder all over each piece. Like, right now, I'm gonna go back over with the white. Boy, this is making a mess. And what will that do? I feel like this is kind of adding that last bit of the little shimmer. I'm gonna add this there. All right, I think that is perfect. But what about this starfish? I think I can put some of this mica powder on the starfish too, and just give him some color. And I'm gonna glue him on right here. Thinking about adding, oh man, some of these pearls, the ones I want to use all the way at the bottom. Just in a couple of spots. I don't know. What do you think? Little, I don't know, just an extra little polish. I just wanted to add a few. I think I really like it like that. I'm just gonna drop some tacky glue in there. It's gonna dry clear anyway. Oh my goodness. This is looking absolutely amazing. Amazing. It's amazing. Oh my gosh, y'all. Y'all. This thing is amazing. This thing is amazing. Oh my. Okay, it still has to dry. Like, it, oh, I forgot to add, well, there goes a star. Hang on. I forgot where this one goes. Does it go up here? Maybe. Okay. We're just going to add it there. Okay, and I need to add the star. And I am just going to add a big glob on the middle, on the fingers, and I want him like this. Yeah. Look at this. What do you think? What do you think? Do you see it? Look at that. Look at how amazing this is. Oh my gosh, y'all. Oh, look at this. What is that? Get this out of the way. I am gonna have to try this again, like 100%. Look at that. I'm so happy. This is going to be in my booth this weekend, so I hope somebody just cannot bear to not go home without it. thanks for watching. I hope you learned something, and give this a try. This was really fun. Not the last time I'm going to do air dry clay, an air dry clay project. Really, really, really pretty. I am so in love with this one. I think I should keep it. I'm going to keep it. Bye.